Hi friends, so here's something you might have noticed about me. I am a fundamentally boring person. Okay, that might be a little bit too simplified, so let me elaborate on that. One of the core things that, at least in my mind, define me as a person is that I am just not funny. So I'm certainly a happy person. So I can find happiness in even the smallest things. But I am not funny. I'm not the kind of person who goes around making jokes at every corner. So I think there are two reasons for that. First, a lot of the jokes that work without context make fun of other people. And there's a really fine line where on the one side no harm was done and yeah, it was funny. On the other side, it's downright offensive. And worst of all, this line varies from person to person and from topic to topic. So before getting into sticky territory, I just don't do that kind of humor, or at least try to avoid it. On the other side, self-ironic or situational humor, those are fine. I like those. I try to do that myself, but not good at it. Or at least don't think that I'm good at it. I do it anyway. The other reason for not being funny is that I just don't value funny for funny's sake. I much rather have an interesting piece of information than a good joke. Of course, there are people like Joe Hansen from It's Okay to Be Smart who can make bad puns every other second and at the same time get an interesting piece of information across. But even then, I still prefer shows like PBS Spacetime with hard math and physics and formulas I barely understand, but with information that frequently blow my mind, like cosmic inflation, which led to tiny fluctuations in the quantum energy field being spread out into, again, tiny fluctuations in the distribution of matter in the huge cosmic scales. That's just so awesome. I'm getting goosebumps just telling this. That's something that makes me happy on so many levels. It's even that people I watch on YouTube that may be regarded as funny, I mostly watch for other reasons. Of course, the funny is one part of it, but it's not the most essential part. So, for example, of course, I like the funny parts of Craig's Wheezy videos, but it's more the aesthetics and the person behind those jokes and the story there that keep me watching that. And I think this preference in the content I consume also results in me not having so much practice or role models to create my own kind of humor. Kind of like the notion that you have to read a lot of good books to be a good writer. I think you also have to consume a lot of good humor to be a good comic. And I just don't do that. Sorry, it's not my priority. But don't get me wrong here. I'm not a humorless person. I like to laugh. I love to laugh. And I like other people to laugh at my jokes. Obviously, I'm just not good at it. So when you talk to me in real life, I'm far more likely to tell you something interesting, or at least which I find interesting. And that is the crux on the matter here. It's stuff that I find interesting, it's not necessarily something that you might find interesting. And a lot of the jokes that come to my mind in social settings require a lot of niche knowledge to understand. So before I try to explain all the details that you need to appreciate the joke that come to my mind, I just don't do it. I just don't tell the jokes. And so, And that is why I think that I am, in most social settings, a kind of boring person. So, of course, with people I know a long time, I already have figured out what kind of humor they appreciate, and I'm much more free to do my kind of humor and to joke around. But it's more situational and self-ironic humor then. So yeah, the moral of the story is, if you know me a little bit longer, and if I'm comfortable, I can be funny. But yeah, in most social settings which are new to me, or with other people that are new to me, I'm kind of boring. And that's also something with YouTube. The first few videos were just, yeah, not funny. But over time I got more comfortable, and I think now I'm more free to share my humor with you. I think I know a lot of you. Yeah, I definitely know a lot of you. And so I'm much more free to do my stuff. Okay, anyway, that's enough from me for today. Have a really nice weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!